A lot of questions remain this morning at 6 o'clock following that deadly shootout outside of a Central Texas restaurant in Waco. Investigators there say 9 people were killed on Sunday in the afternoon, broad daylight, and all of them were members of a rival biker gang. Now, this morning, police in Waco are preparing for the potential of additional gang members headed to the area.
Meaning that we are not horse playing, and if we have an opportunity to put those individuals in jail, they are going.
Coming up, we have team coverage of this developing story right now. We're going to hear from the Waco Police Department about how this shootout, they say, could have been prevented.
Well, this morning, police in Waco are on alert following yesterday's deadly rival biker gang shooting. Here's
the latest. There is increased security this morning at that shopping center where all of it happened. Police say it started inside the restaurant Twin Peaks, then spilled outside. Overnight, McLennan County Sheriff Parnell McNamara said the 9 dead were members of the Banditos or Cossacks gangs. Waco police say this chaos could have been avoided if Twin Peaks took action prior to the fight. Alicia Inns is live in Waco this morning where police continue to investigate this morning. Alicia.
Hey, good morning, Brian and Sal. You know, this is a very still active scene here at the Central Texas Marketplace shopping area. And you know what? It's a majority of it is closed down. It's expected to be closed down for quite a while simply because of the amount of evidence that these investigators have to go through. But in fact, we just heard from one of the sergeants, Waco police sergeants out here, talking about this investigation. 50 weapons were recovered from this scene. That's everything, including knives, brass knuckles, chains, clubs, you name it, it was out here. And that's why it's taking so long. The sergeant, in fact, said himself, this was a true gang fight, something that they say that they haven't seen in years, maybe even in their career, the span of their career, just because of the sheer size of what went on out here. Now, more than 150 biker members have been detained after this fight. And now, as Sally and Brian, you mentioned, threats are coming in from other bike gangs wanting to kill these officers. The sergeant said threats have been made to kill our uniformed officers. Now, local, state, and federal officers say, you know what, we're ready to go if any of these other bikers decide to act on any of these threats. But Waco police say that over the past few months, they've been out to this restaurant, Twin Peaks, and they've been trying to work with the management and talk to them several times because the rival bike gangs, they're meeting here at the restaurant. But police say they've asked the management to help out by alerting police, but the management at the restaurant has not been cooperative through all of this. But this scene was so chaotic. The sergeant said off-duty officers were even here. They saw what was going on, immediately armed themselves, and they went to help their fellow officers.
These are officers that ran into gunfire to protect our citizens, and they without a doubt did a hell of a job doing that yesterday, and we're very proud of their actions, and again, we think that saved numerous lives.
Now, the shopping center here, Central Texas Marketplace, it's going to remain closed from a specific area. Cabela's to Best Buy is closed off. There's other parts of it that will remain open. But you know what? The sergeant himself said, we're in no rush. They want to stay out here. They want to do this right, get all the evidence. The cars that were out here, the motorcycles, they're all still out here so that police can really take the time and collect that evidence. But it is still unclear if those killed and injured were hit from gunfire from the officers' guns or from the guns of those bikers involved. That's something that we're expected to learn. We're actually expected to learn quite a bit more this morning from the police as they continue to give us updates on this investigation, especially as it moves forward today. And again, they'll be updating us on these threats that have been made from other biker gangs around the area. So again, we'll be keeping you posted, talking with police out here and bringing you the very latest. Stay with us. I'll have another update for you in 30 minutes. For now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, Alicia, law enforcement across the state on alert after what happened yesterday. And Austin Police Chief Arno Acevedo is jumping into this conversation with a quote on Twitter from last night. He said, Waco today was a textbook example of societal problem and illustrates the need to give law enforcement tools to get guns out of the hands of criminals. Now, the Waco Police Department is also getting a lot of support on social media. The latest post from the Waco Police Force has a growing list of comments as well as more than 2,000 likes and more than 900 shares. The post goes on to thank all the law enforcement agencies out there helping with the investigation, and there are many.
Well, here in Austin, we are just weeks away from the largest motorcycle rally in Texas. Kate Whitehaw is live on Congress Avenue this morning, where bikers will gather for the ROT rally here in just a few weeks. Kate?
Yeah, that's right, Brian. You know, the ROT Rally certainly not known for its motorcycle gangs. It's known for people just to come here and have a good time. And really, the big issue that police always warn about is just making sure you watch for motorcyclists on the highways so that way no one gets hit and killed. Well, we reached out to the organizers of the ROT Rally to find out if they're going to do anything different this year, but they never got back to us. In the meantime, though, we are hearing from Waco police that evidence from their crime scene will be flown by DPS helicopter to the Austin crime labs. They need to identify the guns the bullets came from. Also, Waco's police sergeant says this crowd was known to cause problems.
What I want y'all to understand, this is not a bunch of doctors and dentists and lawyers riding Harleys. These are criminals on Harley Davidsons that are members of a criminal biker gang. And we know who they are. We know which clubs that they're with.
And as far as the crowd goes that comes to the ROT Rally, we talked to Jason Carrier. He's the co-owner of two bars here on 6th Street, Chuggin' Monkey and Dogwood. And he told us in a written statement that, quote, as far as ROT weekend, we are not particularly concerned with repercussions. The crowd that comes to Austin every year for the weekend in June are always high class and are here to have a good time. No sense of gangs or territorial issues. As far as we have ever seen, this Waco incident seems to be an isolated incident that has been brewing for quite some time. Very sad and unnecessary. Our ROT Rally here in Austin takes place June 11th through the 14th. We're live in downtown Austin. Kate Whitehaw, KXAN News.
Okay, thanks, Kate. The Bandito motorcycle gang is believed to be responsible for the 2006 shooting death of an Austin father. That's according to Austin police. Anthony Benesh was shot and killed in front of his own children. Happened in Northwest Austin while he was leaving a pizza restaurant. At the time of that investigation, APD believed Benesh received threats from the Bandito gang when he started showing colors of the rival gang, Hells Angels. So with any new developments in the Waco case, we will pass them along to you throughout the morning here on KXAN News and have the latest on our website, kxan.com.